But what kind of battle is this? Not prepared. What if you fight a real monster head-on? Make a plan for me. Try everything. Are you also facing the floor master? He handled it casually. Bell, who was depressed, also humiliated Ryu's next question. Hedin didn't even look at them, implying that this battle is the same as the battle against the lone king of the labyrinth. Mia, I'll be the guard. You take the stupid bunnies there, and turn around again. Can't we make any serious calls as per your command immediately? Take your time. 10 seconds is enough. In the next moment, he released his magical power, announcing that the battle had begun again. Eternal conflict, indestructible thunder soldiers. Taking the elf's corner as an opportunity, Bell and others rushed over together. Ryu brought parallel corner. And Ottar no longer adopted a passive stance, but for the first time showed an aggressive stance. He goes straight ahead. Don't underestimate people. As if to say there is no reason to put up with this for anything. The bombardment passed. Bell and Ryu were easily deflected by the rust-colored boar, but Mia blocked it. As if using his body to prove strength running. What she said was true. She took the impact of the warboar, and the soles of her boots dug into the completely broken stone slab. The pitch-black sword and the giant shovel came together, maintaining their antagonism for a second. And in a second, the elf had already moved. Hedin, who was completely using Mia as a shield, started to move. He ran or jumped around the outside of the theater stage, following a circular path. As he moved at high speed, countless mind bombs were born. The scorching thunder arrow did not immediately move towards the target. Ottar launch, but wait on the east, northeast and north sides, fixed in place. Seeing this, Ottar's eyes widened for the first time since the battle began. He immediately understood the enemy's intentions and forcefully pushed Mia away, trying to defeat Hedin. However, two flames stopped him. Bell fired the rapid-fire cannon and Ryu was once again surrounded by fire petals. The former was a riot under the premise that it could not be stopped, while the latter was an attack that generated powerful firepower. He didn't aim much. The strong wind and the flames from the successive thunderclaps of fire obstructed his view, and the explosive blow approaching from the side forced Ottar to counterattack. Although the absolute defense could not be broken, the bursting flames still forced the warboar to stop. Even if he ignores Bell's continuous fire and knocks Ryu down, Mia will come back to attack again. Just as Mia and the others were firmly entangled, the rays were fixed in the northwest, west, and southwest in sequence. Then. 10 seconds as promised. You worked hard, and I'll pay you back. After finally repairing the southeast side, Hedin stopped. That is. The surrounding net of thunder. Just as Bell and Ryu looked around in shock, the theater stage was surrounded by countless electric bombs floating in the air. Use the magic wait state to set up a bomb. Using the level 6 skill, especially the excellent magic power control, Hedin maintained and deployed mine bombs wherever he moved. Even Ryu, who has achieved the same ability, can't do this kind of thing. The magic bullets arranged in a dome are like a fierce starry sky. At the same time, it is also a prison for ferocious wild boars. The total number of fixed mine bombs is 978. Seeing the groups of arrows aiming at him without exception, Ottar narrowed his eyes as he looked around. Just make some noise, vanguards. I will cooperate with you later. The adventurers understood Hedin's instructions through intuition and instinct, and advanced bravely in accordance with his request. Bell rushed forward and slashed in the side with a dagger. Ottar assumed a stance of absolute defense and was about to give him the end of a heroic sacrifice. So far it's the same as before. What's different is what happens next. The mines installed on the east side were released at the same time as Bell touched the enemy. Ottar was taken by surprise. In a completely different direction from the boy's attack, 3 magic bullets approached from behind. He quickly twisted his arms and upper body that was going to attack the boy, and corrected his posture to avoid the attack, but at this moment, the long-prepared blade of Hestia bared its fangs. Intense metallic sound. With the bar held in his backhand, the boarman raised his left wrist at the same time, and the gauntlet covering it blocked it. However, it was blocked. But, it worked. Bell himself widened his eyes and his back shook with the first solid sensation of the day. Following the one-hit escape policy, he retreats quickly before accepting Ottar's counterattack. Replacing him was Ryu, who was quickly approaching from the opposite direction. She leaned her body forward as much as possible and swung the flame sword quickly and sharply from the extremely low position where Ottar, who was over 2 meters tall, had a blind spot in his field of vision. This ingenious flash was also immediately answered by Ottar with inhuman speed. However, this time, 2 new mines were fired from the southwest side, to which his back was turned. As if to say that he would not be fooled twice by the same trick, the blood-veined pulse made the black sword flash twice, striking Ryu and Thunder together, but Mia appeared on the stage at this moment. The giant shovel spun at this perfect moment and sent the defense flying along with the wereboar's huge body. It's working. It's amazing. The gods who saw the entire attack and defense process with the Chimera couldn't contain themselves and made a lot of noise on the 30th floor of the Tower of Babel. Finally, he retreated from the center of the theater. This victory left the enemy and our camps extremely excited. That's too fierce. The very moment the vanguard launches an attack, add the magic, that is usually certain death. And the number and power have been adjusted so that Bell Cranel and the others won't be affected. Loki and Hermes, who were watching the battle here, also praised it. The omniscient god immediately realized that the strategy Hedin had imagined. The establishment of one-sided cooperation. The temporary teams cannot hope to be on the same page. Coordination is the limit. And the defenders just make up everything in their minds and support them. Simultaneous attack with the vanguard. This is Hedin's strategy. See Bell, Ryu and Mia's movements from the farthest position, then freely manipulate the lightning arrows launched in all directions to cooperate with Bell and his attacks. He wouldn't be stupid enough to fire nearly 1,000 magic bullets. Even if he is injured, Ottar's complete defense can still withstand simultaneous fire from all directions. That's why it's a simultaneous attack. Combining the magic bullet with the excellent attack of the vanguard, the option of Ottar's defense is added. No damage is necessary. Mismatched timing, attention interference, inconsistencies in attack and defense, this accumulates little by little and, sooner or later, the complete defense will be broken. An extension that imposes an either one or two choice. Or make it happen over and over again. Forcibly injected into the game between Ottar and Bell and others. Just one magic bullet is powerful enough to knock out a first-level adventurer. His attacks are even more so. And fighters should match both of them at the same time. The strategy of focusing on defense had the opposite effect. That white elf, despite his pretty face like a girl, is a pure sadist. Of course, this is also thanks to the young man's quick movements, but he was able to hurt that Ottar. You did a great job. It's not, Beth. Hey, there's that kind of defender, whoever you want can throw dirt in his face, okay? Hermer shouted. Next to Asfi and Loki, Bet looked unhappy. He didn't want to agree with the bastard so he said that, but it must mean his appreciation for Hedin, which made the werewolf even more unhappy.